Hello, Divine One. Are you ready to timeline hop today? That's what I was told to say. That's how they told me to start this video. I'm not gonna lie, my human was like, how can such a proclamation come through? But it is coming through for you. If this message has found you, it is coming through for you. You are at a frequency where you are ready to hear something that is going to activate you, trigger you. It's kind of what I'm seeing right now is I'm seeing, okay, this is interesting. This is a really interesting visual. I'm seeing like half of you, like all lit up like a Christmas tree, right? Like your light body has been activated. And then there is this other half that is kind of like charcoal dust, like just not necessarily dark, dense. It's like the density, right? And December, this is being recorded on December 2nd. December, I know, is all about dropping density and rising above. 111, rising above it all, because you came here to be the new human and you came here to lead, not by your words, right? By your frequency, your energy. Yes, your words are frequency and energy, and you are most definitely being called to use the microphone that you were gifted. Because if this message has found you, you are a channel of and for source consciousness. And one of the ways that source is bringing through for you today to drop your density is to practice channeling. Okay, so I'm feeling very cool to just share this, like my whole body is vibrating. So I'm gonna share this whenever this message finds you, because it's timeless and it ignites you, which is exactly what it's designed to do, to ignite you, to excite you, to get you to a place of trusting, right? And just creating. If you feel called to create, if you have been creating, if this channel has in any way inspired you to create anything, please share it in the comments. We are all here to assist each other. And I imagine that if you resonate with me, you will most likely resonate with your frequency family, right? With what they are creating. And this is what this space is. This space is a frequency family space. Okay, so I'm being told to take out the cards, because whatever is going to come through for you, friends, it's like what I'm seeing right now is like I'm seeing you take a breath, but it's like you're breathing in stardust, and it's like rainbow, fairy, glitter, stardust. It's like you're acknowledging the magic of what is in the breath. And this is really where the rising above it all comes through. Source is giving me a really beautiful literal like example, analogy, metaphor. I don't know much about baking, but I do know this, and this is what Source is bringing through. So baking soda versus bicarbonate of soda. No, baking powder versus bicarbonate of soda, or baking soda, right? Baking soda, very potent. Like you only need to put like a little bit in, otherwise you're gonna go. Okay, you are baking soda. You are a new human. You came to rise above it all. You are not baking powder. That's like dynamite comes in small packages. You don't need to do anything big, is what Source is wanting you to hear at this moment. It doesn't have to be big. It just has to be true. It just has to be real, raw, and what is resonant for you, right? Those are the magic ingredients. And then holding the pose and trusting, but also knowing that it's not about the followers. It's not about the numbers. It's about the frequency. It's about the energy. It's about the connection, right? You reach one person, that echo of what that does for that one person, it echoes and echoes and echoes and echoes and echoes. The echo of you is limitless in the same way that you are limitless. And December 444 is all about assisting you in remembering that you are unlimited, that you are a light being. So it's dropping density. And one of the ways Source wants you to know or to practice or to be curious about is to channel, and they're really bringing through the verbal channel here, friends, because you did come here to be a verbal channel amongst other types, right? Art, writing, but they are really, and I'm hearing like this is ringing true, and my ear is ringing. So I know that if you're here, then this rings true for you, like a bell in your little heart going, ooh, yes, please, please, please. Because there are higher streams of consciousness, and it's like heart streams of consciousness, friends. I don't know what is going on cosmically, but I know that the heart, it's like after 2025, like it's, and you will not be able to deny any of it. 5-5, you will not be able to deny any of it. Not that you are denying it now, although the ego can sometimes make things muddy, make things messy. The truth of you always knows and sees with pure and utter clarity, right? The minute you come back to the breath, the minute you come back to the heart space, the minute you give yourself permission to rise above, you lead not by example, right? You're not being an example. You're not doing it for anybody else, right? That's just a beautiful byproduct. You're doing it for you. Because when you are feeling the big feelings, you are showing you where you're not free. The only person, the only being that has the power to create those big feelings within you is you. Doesn't matter who is around you, doesn't matter what they're doing, right? Doesn't matter if their trauma is super, super unchecked. You choose to rise above, and ergo have for there not to be any power over you, right? For you not to give permission for others to have power over your frequency, your state of being, your magical music note, because you are a magical music note in the universe's, in God's orchestra, in God's symphony. And like right now you're being tuned, you're being fine-tuned. That's what December is all about. You're going to be fine-tuned, and this message is timeless. So once again, I'm going to say the next month is you're going to be fine-tuned. You're going to be experiencing some stuff, and you can choose to just breathe into what is happening, rise above it, and hear, see, know, feel what is underneath, right? What is underneath, because that's where the answers are. That's where everything that you seek is, within you, within the heart space. And when you breathe into that heart space, you disconnect. You actually, it's like giving your permission, your ego permission to disconnect from all that is unfolding, all that is currently echoing back to you, and you get to see with clearer clarity that it is merely an echo, and that you get to choose, that you get to steer your ship in another direction, or you get to remain in the loop. Okay, so if any of this calls to you, my name is Angela. I'm a channel of Enforced Source Consciousness, as are you, friends. And please, I'm being called to remind you with my body vibrating. Please share what you are creating if you feel called to. Okay, let's breathe together now, shall we? Because we are co-creating this together. And when you breathe, it clears the field. It clears the field for me to bring through what it is for you. Okay, so breathing at your own pace, just breathing into that heart space with each inhale, holding for a moment with each inhalation, acknowledging your light, your divinity, your truth, before surrendering on each exhale. On that exhale, right at the bottom, hold for a moment or two at the emptiness before breathing in to capacity, to your heart space again. Okay, friends, breathing at your own pace. This is a beautiful energy. If I'm not mistaken, okay, that's the sun. I thought maybe it was the Muse card. And okay, we have so much here, friends. Just let me breathe into this. There's a lot. Okay, firstly, the sun. I'm hearing like the sun rises and sets with you, and you are the one that actually needs to believe this to be true for it to be true, right? It's like the imagery that they're giving me here, friends, is it's as if the stage is dark, the light hasn't been set, the crowd is there, but they're quiet, and they're waiting for you. But they're not going to let you know that they're waiting for you. They're not going to let you know that they're ready. Like, no one on the stage side is going to let you know that they're actually there waiting to switch the light on. They're waiting for you to choose. They're waiting for you to choose to be the creator that you came here to be. With this page of emotions, this is very much the dreamer's card, right? The dreams coming true card. The first card to pop out was the Six of materials, the Six of Pentacles, right? Very much about giving and receiving. 11, 111. Okay, Source wants to divinely compensate you. Source wants to assist you. This channeling that they are guiding you towards, right? Can you see that there's just like streams flowing through her? These streams of consciousness, it's so much bigger than you. It's so much bigger than you. Like, you're human, and there's no shame, blame, guilt, or judgment, because I've been there, and sometimes I still go there, where I temporarily forget, I temporarily get re-immersed in the matrix, and it becomes about me, right? How is this making me feel? And I forget for a moment about my alchemy, about all that I'm actually here for, right? That it's the stories, it's the illusion, and then I get to choose, right? I get to check my frequency, I get to use my alchemy, I get to see what my reality is showing me, and then I get to 129 and then I get to choose me, right? Then I actually get to choose me. What is the most resonant for me? Not what my ego is telling me to do, right? Not what my patterning is telling me to do, not what my nervous system is telling me to do, what the truth of me is telling me to do, reminding me to do, which is to rise above, right? Which is to breathe in that air and imagine that you are a hot air balloon and just rise above. Allow your frequency will rise with you. This is really one of the ways of dropping the density. And when you are channeling, friends, so you are rising above it all, but also you are sinking into the nothingness where you allow your avatar to be the microphone of and for source consciousness. This card is definitely not meant to be upside down. This is a new earth energy transmission. That's what I'm hearing. This is like a call. It's not so much a call to arms, although in many ways it is, because I also am really kind of called to the fact that all their arms are holding each other, right? We are all here to hold each other, support each other, assist each other. And there are beings, it's like you are this tree, actually. You are this tree, right? But you have to truly believe and see and know and breathe as this beautiful, magnificent, extraordinary tree, right? It's like a rose bush tree. What is it? We don't know. We don't need to know. We just know it is beautiful, magnificent, magical, a miraculous miracle, right? That is going to keep on creating miracles, right? It's going to pollinate. Its seeds are going to go somewhere else. There's going to be something else. Not exactly the same, right? But kind of like branched off from this. And this is how you pollinate the world. So there are all these beings that you have soul contracts with, that you came here to assist. 219, that you came here to assist in finding their path to bliss. It's time to be seen, friends. The Four of Cups, the Page of Materials, the Queen, so Page of Materials being the Page of Pentacles, the Queen of Swords, the Queen of Voices, and the Four of Voices, right? So this is very much what I'm feeling here. I'm going to pull a clarifier because from the alchemy deck, is I feel like this is truly, you're ready. Like, you're ready to light up the night sky. You're ready to speak. You're ready to use your voice. You're ready to channel. You're ready to share. You're ready to share your beautiful authenticity with the world. Breathe into that. Breathe into that. See how you feel. You are a beautiful being, a light warrior, here to assist the world in remembering that they are beautiful, perfect light warriors too. Yes? Does that ring true to you? So this is what the truth of you knows. But ego is stepping up a little bit. And it's beautiful and it's perfect, because it is all to, you are not going to be the same after December. There's going to be no denying your divinity. Not like you won't be able to deny it. Other people won't be able to deny. They won't really necessarily know it's divinity, but they will see, they will experience, they will know, and some people will scatter, and some people will be pulled towards you. And this is, like I said, it's not about having followers, right? It's about creating the space. You are here to create a beautiful frequency space for those that you have soul contracts with. And how you do that is for you and Source to create. Okay, I'm gonna take a card from the archetype deck, because that's where my hands keep going. Gnosis. Okay. This is the loop, right? This is the loop that the mind can play in with the four voices, right? Where we don't see, we don't rise above, we choose to remain stuck in a thought paradigm, stuck in a loop, stuck in a behavior pattern. Maybe we jump back into like an old modality, like victim mentality, something along those lines. That's what's coming through. But like this very old way of being, this very old habitual, right? I feel like it was a coping mechanism for a very, very, very long time for many of you. And perhaps it's adapted over time, and it's maybe healthier than it was, but there's still some old density, some old patterning, right? And you've got to break the loop. But you see, the paradox, and this is where the ego gets to have all the fun, right? This is where in this space you either get to like alchemize the thoughts, let them be what they are, acknowledge them for what they are, know that they are nothing more than thoughts, and you can just say bye-bye, right? Because this is the echo. So you break the loop, but then you still experience the echo. 555. And it's time for you to now sit in the echo. This is what's coming through. Sit in the echo. It's the echo of you, right? It's you. It's still you holding you, so that you can be free, so that you can see that you are free. None of this exists. This is the matrix, and this is the echo. This is the truth of you flying free, right? You're circling. You're like, okay, when are you going to see that you are already free? That it really is just a question of giving yourself permission to be the new human that you are, right? To do things differently. I'm also being called to take an alchemy card here. Okay. 2 coming out. 3 coming out. 4 coming out. Okay, friends, not being called to take all of these 4. I'm going to do another shuffle, because I'm not going to lie. I don't know which one. There's a lot there. Okay. Spring. New season. Is there anything else? New season, right? Spring comes after autumn, after winter. Sulfur. Okay. It is the season of growth. It is the season of being seen. It is the season of blossoming. And right now I'm being reminded of this beautiful visual they gave me, I don't know when, 912. This beautiful visual of you, right? It was you. It was a flower, but it was you. If this resonates with you, this like field of wildflowers all closed, and then this one wildflower just like choosing, feeling, I'm ready to bloom, like, and just blooming. And initially there's just this one flower and it's beautiful, right? And then suddenly you see all these other flowers like being kind of coaxed out of their shell by this. They catch the scent, they smell the pollen, they're like, what is that? That's me. That's right. This is what I'm feeling, right? This is really, you are so powerful in your authenticity, in your truth, right? This flower is popping open, right? Cracking open. And this is really what is happening. The heart space is being cracked open. So this is why a lot of the cosmic frequency is very much, it's like it's being channeled through your heart space. And in your heart space, that's where like your 0 point is, right? So when you give yourself permission to channel through your 0 point, you are like giving higher consciousness permission to just like blast through your heart space, to blast through your sacred heart, to assist you in breaking any of the shackles, right? Any of the protection mechanisms that may still be in place. Okay, so spring. Okay. Blossoming, becoming the horizon. When spring arrives, our eyes lift from the work and we peer out the window of our laboratory. We realize Earth has been in its own transformational spin, readying itself for a new era of growth. In a state of wonder, the alchemist sets aside the work of winter and opens the door, stepping into spring. When this card arrives, it indicates a blossoming, a coming into one's own. It's generation time. You may be dreaming up a business plan, humming a new melody, or flirting with a special someone. Spring is the season of the east, where the sun rises and lights the world. You do not have to work on anything during this phase. Let the energy of the season push through. You made it through winter, and the bulbs burst on their own. Go deeper, look at Louise Bourgeois' sculpture Spring from 1949 to ponder the flower within the bud. Buds and grasses push up and out during spring. The season has a driving momentum to it, so keep an eye out for impatience, anger, or pushiness. Spring has a what's next quality to it. Sit in the stillness and envision the horizon. Sit with the image until it shifts and you see something coming your way. Okay, sulfur, sulfurous. Okay, there we go. Evaporation, up and out, both and. On an esoteric level, sulfur is the first of what is known in alchemy as tria prima, or the three primes. Along with salt and mercury, it makes up a threefold phenomenon that symbolizes the unity of soul, sulfur, body, salt, and mind, mercury. On a tactile level, sulfur is responsible for both the off-putting smells and the therapeutic properties of a mineral bath. It soothes and it stinks, literally. To understand sulfur is to embrace a both and mentality. Don't be discouraged if the meaning of this card seems to evaporate before your eyes. For now, keep in mind that what is gross becomes beauty, and what is beautiful contains its own demise. Sulfur's job is to push the geyser up and out, dissipating the pressure. Don't be surprised if what appears to suck or stink soon becomes a great gift. Go deeper, visit or look up the sulfur cauldron in Yellowstone National Park to ponder the red lion. If the sulfur card appears with any others from the tria prima, it's a sure sign that the link between them is underway. Envision what is geyser like in your life right now. What needs to move up and out to be freed so it can evaporate. Okay, friends, I'm being called to stop right there at 24:24. Okay, thank you. If you're new here, welcome. If you made it to the end, welcome. It's been a beautiful, beautiful experience for my human playing in your frequency. Thank you for co-creating this message with me. And if you are returning, thank you for all that you are. Thank you for all the ways that you are anchoring the light. Thank you for being the magical miracle maker that you are. Blessings and love. Bye-bye.